At this point, it's not a matter if the Eagles are going to sign Jalen Hurts to a contract extension. It's just a matter of when. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Kick Dingbat here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So it's not a matter of if the Eagles are going to sign Jalen Hurts to an extension. It's just a matter of when. And we're only just 3 weeks in. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure to hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL content. You definitely don't want to miss it. A reminder, we will be streaming Dolphins, Bengals. I will be rooting for the Dolphins. I don't care that they're the only other undefeated team. I want revenge for what the Bengals did to me 2 weeks ago. And if you've listened, if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. Now, I'm sorry I got distracted for a minute. I looked at myself. I thought I was talking to Denzel Washington. I look exactly like the guy. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know? Anyways, in this video, we need to have a talk about Jalen Hurts. We have to talk about him because he has been fantastic. Fantastic. If you said to me before the season, what's the best case scenario for Jalen Hurts? Like, how do you see this thing working out? I would close my eyes like I'm doing right now. I would think about it, and I probably couldn't imagine him playing as good as he has. The amount of development and growth that he's shown in year 3 is absolutely fantastic. And here's the most important thing. This is only year 3. He's still going to get better next year. He's still going to get better the year after that. And the thing that I trust about him, he is going to put the work in. They say he's there 6 a.m. working. 8 p.m. at night, he's still there. He's committed to his craft. And I think he is the type of guy, a good kid, a high character guy. I don't think the money would change that. I think he would be just as hungry. I really do. I just think he's built that way. You get other guys like maybe like Woogie. He gets paid, and all of a sudden he's not going to work on certain things. That's why he looks like he hasn't developed since year 2 when we played him. He looks even worse than year 2. Jalen Hurts, I don't worry about him putting the work in. I don't worry about him trying to get better. I don't worry about those kind of things. So when you look at it, and although we're just, 3 weeks in, we're just 3 weeks in, I think that the Eagles most likely are going to sign him. I think it's pretty much a done deal. Unless things go dramatically bad towards the rest of the season, I can't foresee the Eagles not signing him. Now, if the Eagles really wanted to take a chance and really risk it, they could wait till next year, at the end of next year, to try to sign him. So they could go in to his final year's contract next year. He's only going to be making like $1 million next year and have tremendous value at the quarterback position. The problem is that once you do that, guess what's going to happen? As soon as you do that, Jalen Hurts is going to demand a lot of money, a lot more money in 2 years than it would cost the Eagles this year. And the Eagles know that. The Eagles, they like to get ahead of contracts. They like to make sure that they sign guys early when they can. And they're going to do the same thing with Jalen Hurts. Now, to be clear, because there's a lot of confusion out there, Jalen Hurts is not eligible for a contract extension until after this season. He has to play the 3 full years. Then he can have the extension. However, that doesn't mean the Eagles aren't already putting stuff together for him to possibly get a contract. They're trying to figure out what to offer him, what he's going to get. And that's the Eagles' MO. That's what they do. Eagles news. Philadelphia is certainly starting to formulate a plan for giving Jalen Hurts an early contract extension. And remember, that early contract extension means at the end of the year. They can sign him at the end of the year. But that doesn't mean that they can't talk to Hurts and they have some sort of idea of what they're going to do. So it happens pretty quickly as soon as the end of the year happens. If Jalen Hurts continues the path that he's on, if he continues playing the way he's played so far, how How can you not give this guy a contract? I don't understand. To me, I've seen enough improvement in 3 weeks. I've seen enough, especially with the accuracy. He's so much more accurate. He reads defenses much better. His long ball has improved. I don't see any way he doesn't get a contract extension unless like we have a 180. And I don't see that happening. All I think Jalen Hurts needs to do at this point, just be consistent. Just be consistent the rest of the year. If he stays consistent, does pretty much what he's doing now, he'll be fine. Even if he has a fall off a little bit, right? And he doesn't stay super hot, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Jalen Hurts is going to get his contract. It's going to happen. You can't risk losing this guy. Okay? You just can't. For whatever reason, he wins. He won last year. He's winning this year. And I absolutely love it. I think you got to sign him to an extension. I think you have to do it. You have to do it at the end of the year. And what is he going to make? Probably $50 million, I'm guessing, because Lamar Jackson's going to get more than that if he continues doing what he's doing this year, and especially if he wins a playoff game or two. So I'm thinking $50 million. He's definitely got to get more than Kyler Murray, okay? He definitely does. Jeff McClain wrote an article talking about the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, and that the Eagles were formulating a plan to basically sign him. So here is part of what Jeff McClain said in his article about Jalen Hurts getting an extension. I just think it's interesting. I wanted to read it to you guys. While Nick Sirianni is bogged down in daily operations of coaching, Lurie and Roseman are certainly starting to formulate a plan for giving Hurts an extension. A Hurts extension looks more like a when than an if, writes Jeff McClain. And I definitely think that is true. I mean, I don't think that Hurts has anything more to go out there and do or prove than just be consistent. Now he's just got to show he can do it week in and week out. He's shown that he's improved in his accuracy. He's shown that he can read defenses. He's shown that his overall passing game, the long ball, it's all better. And this was the area of concern for a lot of people. This was the big question mark. He's passing with flying colors. So it looks like Jalen Hurts is going to be the Eagles' franchise quarterback. And I got to tell you, I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be more happy. I'm glad, because now you have a situation where you have two first-round picks next year, okay? And this is the great thing. You have 2 first-round picks. One of those is the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints stink. The Saints stink, okay? They stink. They stink. Jameis Winston's playing on 4 fractured vertebrae in his back. It's only a matter of time before they shut him down. Then they're going to call Woogie's cousin, Carson Wentz's long-lost cousin, Andy Dalton. He's going to come in, and he's going to take a beating like Woogie. He stinks, too. Okay, so and some people say Andy Dalton ain't winning them no games. They're going to stink. This is going to become a top 10 pick. If we really can get lucky and they can just collapse, it could easily be a top 3 pick. Top 3 pick. That's what I want. That's what I want. Will Anderson. I'm just saying the Eagles are going to need a pass rusher. But right now, currently, as of today, the New Orleans Saints, they are picking number 7. So the Eagles right now are 3-0. Have a franchise quarterback, have 4 Batmans, including Fat Batman. They look fantastic offensively. Their defense looks good. They look like they have a bright future, and they have 2 first-round picks. One of them, right now, is in the top 10. You couldn't ask for anything better for the Eagles going forward. This team has a chance to be very good for a very, very long time, okay? Right now, everybody is passing. Jalen Hurts has passed all his tests. Sirianni has passed all his tests. I was curious to see how the offense would change if they would throw more, if they would try to stay run heavy. A lot of people thought they're going to come in and they're just going to run heavy like they did last year. No. They've opened it up, and they're taking advantage of their talent, which is very, very smart. And then, of course, Jonathan Gannon, my biggest question mark, had some issues with him week 1. Still not a biggest fan of his scheme, but I can't complain about how they played week 2 defensively and how they played week 3 defensively. And I think this week versus Jacksonville is going to be a tough test. It is going to be a good test. But everybody is passing right now. They're passing with flying colors. That's just the truth. So I'm proud of where this team is at. Jalen Hurts deserves a contract, and yes, the Eagles cannot sign him to an extension until the end of this year. But it sounds like they're going to have something in place, and they're going to have something worked out that when the season ends and he's eligible, they're going to give him that money, and they're going to give him big money, and it's not going to be $30 million, it's not going to be $35 million, it's not going to be some friendly team discount. He's going to get paid. And it's going to seem like a lot of money, and everybody's going to hold, oh my gosh, look how much he's getting paid. And that's what everybody's going to say. And then, 2 years from now, we're all going to be going, what a great value Jalen Hurts is. We're only paying him this much money. Look what all these other quarterbacks are getting. And look at this guy. This guy is the first player in NFL history through 3 weeks to throw over 900 yards, rush for over 150 yards. The guy's thrown what? He's got 4 touchdown passes this year, and he's run for another 3. He's got, I think his quarterback rating is like 1 of 6. He's having a fantastic year. And let me tell you something, and this is for the Cowboy fan, the schedule don't get any harder. It don't get any harder, okay? We got the Jaguars game. I think this is a tough game. We'll be talking more about it, but it's a tough game. But I don't think it's a trap game. I think the trap game is the Arizona Cardinals, because if the Eagles win this week, they're 4-0. I mean, we're going to talk about, in another video, I'm going to talk about the Eagles and how they're being ranked and the odds. It's unbelievable, the amount of love that this team is getting. They can't let it go to their heads. They got to stay grounded. But right now, if I think the Eagles beat the Jaguars, then it's that Arizona game where you go to Arizona. Zach Ertz is playing his old team in Arizona. They're going to be pumped. They're playing an undefeated team. That's the letdown game. And you have Dallas coming up the week after. So you can't overlook Arizona. That's, to me, the trap game more than the Jacksonville Jaguars game. I think the Jaguars is a tough game. No question about it. But I think they'll be ready to play. The trap game comes when they have to go to Arizona. Just my opinion, but we'll see. Either way, at this point, Jalen Hurts, he has shown he can play in this league, and he deserves a contract. And you know what? He's going to get it. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Yo, I'm loving that New Orleans situation right now. Number 7. I think it's going to continue to rise because I think they're going to continue to lose. Listen. We get a top 10 pick with the team we got already. That's going to be unbelievable. And let me say this, okay? I think we're owed. Because last year Miami was 1-7. They were 1-7. We had their pick, and then they won like 7, 8 in a row. Can't have that. We can't have that. I don't think New Orleans is capable of that. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to lose. They should be 0-3 right now. Let's be honest. They shouldn't even beat Atlanta week 1. So we're going to see. Going to be interesting. With that said, Denzel Washington out. Fat Pat.